Yeah, this show began before it began.
Yeah, way before.
Welcome to Your World. My name is Mukali Mary.
And my name is Winnie Lubaba. So good to see you right here on Trendy Thursday. And I'm pretty sure you can see the way we're dressed.
Yes,
very
please.
trendy. And it's courtesy of who?
Let me tell you.
Yes.
We are about to spill juices because you can get a piece like this.
Yes.
From wherever you are. And Winnie, do we promise to do a little catwalk later?
Let me tell you at some point. We're models. Yes. We will do something as we continue with the conversation. And probably you're asking, okay, fine. So why are you guys like in matchy outfits and looking all nice and all lovely? Well, it's because we're going to have a conversation about fashion, but to make it sustainable.
Absolutely.
I really like that.
I really do, because we wear clothes. Everybody wears clothes.
Yes.
But what happens to those clothes that we stop wearing? We talk about fashion, you look good, but what happens to those clothes afterwards? That's not a conversation we have as often.
Oh, no, we don't. Or even just get to understand, so the garment that you wear, the fabric that it has, where does it come from?
Yes.
Okay? And what happens to it,
Yeah.
After? How does the process of making the garment affect climate and the environment? These are not the conversations that we usually have on a day-to-day basis.
I just look good, guys.
Thanks. Yeah,
bye.
That's it. So that is what we're talking about this morning right here on Your World, and that is understanding from waste to fashion. Okay, but we're looking at the sustainability aspect of it. So it's going to be an amazing conversation. Just stick with us until the end of the show. But before you meet our panelists this morning, we have a question for you.
Yes, we do. The question we're asking you today, what's the oldest piece of clothing you own? What's the oldest? Oh no, because I can see it. I have a visual.
Okay.
What's the oldest piece of clothing you own, and why have you kept it this long? What's the oldest piece of clothing you own, and why have you kept it this long? That's the question we're asking you to. Please indulge us. I hope yours is as funny as mine. Though I don't think I'll be able to share mine today on live TV.
It's that bad.
It's really bad. NTV Kenya on all of our social media platforms. Please do indulge us. Indulge us.
Yeah. You know what the consolation is? You're doing good to the environment.
Yeah.
So please tell us.
No. During the break,
During the break. Okay, fine. But we can't wait to hear what you guys have to say as far as the question of the day. But even as you ponder on it, at NTV Kenya across all board is how you can reach us and tag us as well. Lubembe_Winnie. I was about to say it's.
I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, at it's Mukali Mary.
Okay, and also give us a call. We're live, or better yet, use our WhatsApp number 0112-500-400 and tell us what is that oldest piece of clothing that you own, and why do you still have it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But our guest today, who do we have? Oh yeah, I missed it. Okay.
Yeah, then let's go. Yay! Starting from Winnie's immediate left, we have circular economy and research specialist Kaburu Jeremy. Welcome to the show. Lovely to have you. And right next to Kaburu, we have a founder and creative director, AfroWema, Tatiana. I will massacre it. Tatiana, forgive me.
I wanted to hear.
You wanted? Oh, Tatiana, help us.
Teixeira.
That's Teixeira. Sisi tungesema nani?
Let me just say it. Teixeira. Guys, see why I did it.
Teixeira.
Teixeira.
Yes, oh, you got it. You got it. Good job.
You don't play. Don't joke with me.
Good job.
And last but not least, we have the principal, Delight Technical College, Saitoti Meitame. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Meitame, Teixeira, Kaburu.
Karibuni sana. Thank you for making the time. You see, most of the time we hear the word sustainability, circular economy, all these big terms. So Jeremy, let's start with you because you're the expert here, okay? Sustainability, circular economy. Can we just understand what it is, and then we'll look at how that features in the fashion space?
Okay, thank you, Winnie, and thank you, Mwikali. So, yeah, it's true. There's lots of interest now in matters sustainability, circularity. So we've seen lots of best practices happening, but people need to understand what the concept is all about. So to break it down in very simple and basic language, circularity is the aspect of designing or making sure that the product that you're putting to the market can be reused.
Okay.
So that once the consumer is done, perhaps they can be passed to a third party for them to be reused again. But more to that, circular economy now, you can view it as a system that can guide business to understand perhaps which fabric or raw materials or input do I need to phase out because either they cause harm to the environment. And even more to that, circular economy is about social inclusion. How are you working with the marginalized group, the community, because industries and business, they are part of the community. So either in terms of giving them that conducive working condition, better pay, but also the aspect of CSR, which we are now trying to advance to make sure that business can come up with a long-term initiative for the community, and so that at least the community feel part of whatever the business is making. But on the other side, the aspect of sustainability is now a long-term goal where we ask the business, but also the individuals themselves, to make sure that whatever we are doing, we must have the planet in mind, so that to make sure we are not causing harm to the environment when we extract the input to make our garment, our product, but even the process itself. Either are you carbon neutral, are you advancing towards carbon negative, and even the aspect of, let's say, for the fashion and textile, there is the aspect of use of chemicals, dyes. So make sure that you are using dyes or chemicals that do not pose harm, because we have to discharge them to the environment. So in brief, when you talk about sustainability and circularity, we have to have three things in mind, which is the planet, the people, and the profit. Because at the end of the day,
business.
Yes. At the end of the day, you can't have a business to just take care of the environment. They need to make profit. But you have to make sure these pillars, they are at par, so that at least you are not focusing and leaving the rest. So that's, in a very layman language, that's what circularity and sustainability brought together mean.
All right. And I love that he broke it down for anyone who's hearing this for the first time. It's like on the very basic of levels for them to understand what this actually means. But just to, what got you into this space? Out of curiosity.
So actually, myself, I'm trained in environmental education. So it's from a personal experience. I come from a community where it was very lush. The vegetation was doing perfect. The weather patterns were, you could predict them. But I got to an instance where there was some delayed rainfall, and then I felt I must get into sustainability to understand why the sudden change of the climate. And with that, now I've advanced more into circularity, working for SIB to sustainable inclusive business, for businesses now to understand that I'm part of the environment, and even for the consumer to see that I can be part of the movement by demanding better from the business.
I see. Oh, interesting. And speaking of businesses, Tatiana, even with AfroWema, because for AfroWema, it's not just the business, but there's also, circularity, sustainability aspect of it, but also ethics, right? It's ethical fashion. There's a term that she said, we said it, and then she said, that is our motto. What was it? Fashion, but make it sustainable. There's something that you said.
Hi, first of all, good morning. Thank you.
Good morning, Tatiana.
So, our motto at AfroWema is to save the planet with style. So that's our motto. So we're a sustainable and social impact fashion brand based in Kibera. Myself, I'm a biologist.
Look at that! How wow!
So. I'm a biologist that fell in love with Kenya, and then with the kitenge, the colors, the prints, the vibrance, and then suddenly I decided that I wanted to help my tailor, my personal tailor from Kibera, and that's how I started the brand. So as everyone knows, Wema means care in Swahili, and so the idea is to bring care to Africa and take care from Africa to the rest of the world.
Look at that.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I really like that.
I do. It's beautiful when it's packaged like that, but was it as easy like that? Because you have to also source for, it's not just the glam bit of it. There's also...
And was it always... was that always the goal?
Yeah.
Or sustainability sort of like found you along the way?
Well, as Jeremy said, sustainability is not only about our environment, but also about the social impact that you can have. So it started as the social impact because I wanted to help my tailor from a challenging community, Tabitha, and then you cannot build a brand with just one tailor. Then we started to bring more tailors, more artisans, because we also do reused brass jewelry, we do beading, and so that's how AfroWema started. Again, we're based in Kibera, so it's very easy to just go to toy market and see the impact that textile waste has in Kenya. So that's how we started upcycling denim mainly. So for those who don't know, denim is one of the most pollutant items to be produced in the world. You spend like 10 swimming pools just to produce a pair of jeans. Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's how much.
A pair?
Yes.
How many do you own?
Acha. Watcha.
Wait.
Yeah, that's the amount of water that you're gonna waste.
Okay, we'll come back then to...
That is so heartbreaking.
Yeah, no, yeah, really. I can't even function at this point thinking about that, because now I'm thinking, how many pairs of jeans do I own, and what the process did it take for each to... Yeah.
And what happens to them when I'm done with them?
Yeah.
Because I'm done. They're not in fashion.
Yeah.
They're old, they're haggard, they're torn.
We'll pick up the conversation from there, because, yeah, we're not okay at this point. So let's hear from you before we go on a break.
Thank you.
Because Delight School, right? A little bit about it, and then how that factors into the conversation today as far as understanding sustainability. Because as we see these beautiful models on the runway and think, oh, they look lovely in those pieces, but really there's a lot more, that contributes towards either pollution, and like Tatiana talked about, textile pollution as well.
Thank you. So my name is Seituch Mitamei, Director at Dile Technical College, and I'm so happy that the fellow panelists are people that we've interacted with and we've worked with in the industry very closely. Yeah. So Delight started in 2018, and we started to fill the gap of technical training in Kenya, because growing up it was very hard to get qualified fundis. And everybody would complain. So you'll go to and ask a person, why do you always keep importing items from Turkey? And they'll be like, local fundis always keep on disappointing me. So it's like, no, we have to change things. And then we started now doing the training. But all along, we started bringing now the elements of sustainability into what we were teaching. Because we started telling people, reduce the amount of waste, donate excess fabric to less fortunate students, don't waste water, don't waste electricity. And then in 2023, we got into contact with Tatiana and Belinda from Eco Fashion Week. So they contacted us and they were like, oh, we are sustainable fashion advocate in Kenya, and we would like to meet you, and we have this program going on. And so we brought them in, and they partnered with our students, and they kept on providing a lot of opportunities for them. So, previously we existed, but we didn't put in sustainability practices as a key pillar of our institution. But now after we met Tatiana from AfroWema, so we're like, oh, so we have a lot of partners, we have a lot of support from the industry, so we decided to, take it very seriously. And from then on, we've never looked back. And last year we also met with Jeremy from SIB Kenya, and they've also been very instrumental in championing for sustainable fashion practices in the country.
I see that.
Yes.
And what's interesting is because from a knowledge perspective and teaching the students sustainability even during school, so that they know how to not just do business but do better for the environment instead of wasting fabric, because it's true, zile materials zinakatangwa na huku so we find a lot of stuff, it goes back to the environment. Okay, so what are to leave a bill there, and then when we come back would want to understand, so then how can business, especially for those ones who are watching us this morning and thinking, okay, so what can I do as an individual? Say not business, right? I like fashion. I like to buy outfits all the time and look nice and all those things. What can I do at an individual level to contribute towards the environment, contribute towards circularity, but also just look good and feel good, right?
Yes.
So we'll look at that when we come back from the break. But just a reminder of the question of the day.
Yes, we are asking you today, what is the oldest piece of clothing you own and why have you kept it this long? NTV Kenya on all of our social media platforms. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I know we promised to model. We will still do it. We will still do it. We promise to show you and tell you what we're wearing, where it came from, the process of making it, and all of that. The love that has been poured into it. Karibuni sana to Trendy Thursday on Your World. We're talking about fashion, but on a deeper, beautiful level where we're talking about sustainability. What do you do with the clothes after you're done wearing them? Do you know the process that... Me, first of all, the jeans bit of story has just heartbroken me. I don't know what to do with the jeans that I have. Do I just say no to jeans anymore? They look really nice. Or do I just recycle them when I take proper care of them now that I already have them? It's interesting.
You know what? Even during the break, I was actually thinking, growing up, we saw our parents, that torn dress.
Yes.
They would mend it, and then you would wear it, and then it gets torn, and then they would still sew it. So
Kiraka.
Yeah, so most of the time, even in school, you saw like students would patch here, patch there, patch here, patch there. So was that like an aspect of sustainability, or
was this we were just poor?
We were just that. Yeah, so just understanding the whole aspect about sustainability, right? And we were talking about how most of the time, especially as women, we just like to buy new outfits every time you go on a date.
There's a new child that has been born. I need to show up looking brand new.
Yes.
There's a wedding. The fourth one this month. I need something new to wear. Yeah. Winnie just invited me randomly for a brunch. Aki, I do not, I swear, I have nothing to wear, guys.
You opened your wardrobe. There's a lot.
No, there's nothing.
But there's nothing.
You know,
and all those things. So how are we contributing towards pollution, first of all, and what we're seeing right now with climate change and all those things? How are we doing it, okay? But even as you think about that, we have a question that we're asking you this morning. Okay?
And the question is what is the oldest piece of outfit that you have in your wardrobe and why do you still have it? What's the oldest piece? I've just done a quick math on my oldest piece that I can remember. It's 29 years old.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it something that we can say on air? I know I'm really pushing you because I'm 29.
29, and to be honest, it's not local as well.
Okay. There's that too. There's that too. Yeah. So we'll find out. We'll find out what exactly it is, okay, before we end the conversation. And we're also asking our panelists this morning. And Jeremy, you were talking about an outfit or a piece, several pieces that you own that is what, 10 years?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
What's the situation there?
Yeah.
Is it still in good condition? Is it those ones you wear just at an event?
No, it's still in good condition actually. So it's practicing sustainability, circularity. So, and that's what we are seeing, that for the textile and fashion businesses, they have to make garment or product that's of high quality, use fabrics that can you can even assemble them, make another product, or even keep the garment in use. I can pass to a third party. So that's about keeping the product in a closed loop. So diverting it from the landfills, from our rivers. When you look at Nairobi and go to most of the open air markets where there's second hand. So I'm trying, it's a step that even other people must replicate. So it's the small actions that will lead to the bigger impact.
You know what I like what he said? People must, not should. Must replicate. Okay.
But when you talk about probably fashion waste, what are some of the biggest sources so that tujiangalie, we look at ourselves and look at the environments that we're in and be like, I am a part of creating that waste. When you talk about fashion, what are some of the biggest sources of fashion waste?
Well, I can answer that. So I would say that fast fashion, it's definitely the biggest part of it. And the fact that Kenya is the biggest importer of second-hand items in the world. I don't think domestic wastes, it's a big portion, but it's still there. Because what I normally tell people out of Kenya is that when you go to Kibera, for example, there's no other way besides being sustainable, because they reuse as much as they can. They pass to the kids, to the nephews.
Yes.
If the shirt is not wearable anymore, you can cut, you can patch it, you can clean your house with it. So there are many things that you can do with whatever you cannot wear anymore. But definitely fast fashion
is one of the biggest menace. But then again, you know, when you mentioned mitumba, most of us would think, yeah, but I'm contributing. See, someone wore it wherever, and then we have it here, and now we're wearing
part
it,
of the recycle.
and potentially, you know, we will pass it on to someone.
Yeah.
Isn't that part of like circularity? No. Oh, Jeremy is like, no.
Like, no.
Okay.
There are some very disturbing facts. We did a research last year as part of a project where the Green Future, and we wanted to understand the sector so that at least we can come up with a resource or a toolkit to just tell the business how can they get into circularity. And one of the facts is that half of the imports of second-hand clothing, you cannot wear them. They're either stained, they are size variation, but again, they don't fit the local context in terms of climate and all that. So they end up straight into the landfills or into the rivers. So it's very shocking, actually. Yeah, and again, there are lots of pieces made from polyester, which is a kind of plastic polymer. So once you throw them into the environment, they decompose, they degrade into microplastic that get into our food system, get into our water system. So what we were the discussion around it was perhaps the origins of these mitumbas. Can they sort them there and then bring sorted clothing here? Okay. But again, there's a tension with the people who are into the second-hand clothing. Like they want to do the sorting themselves. So the cameras should be part of the bill. So it's kind of discussion that have begun to take shape between either the players within the Kenyan space, but also where we are getting this second-hand clothing.
Okay. That's true, because they buy them in, like, you get a whole bill. Yeah. Because that's the business setup makes more sense. If you buy them in bill, you get them for a good price, and then you have to sort it yourself. And sometimes you'll hear half of it is not for us, is not what you're looking for, is torn, is this. So where does that go?
We don't ask those questions.
No.
Maybe nataka camera. That's it, okay, but we don't ask those questions. Yeah, but there's also the option of upcycling, right?
Upcycling,
where the ones that do not meet in terms of like the sizes and the quality, there's something that you can do about it, right?
So AfroWema has the first upcycling service. It's called Upcycle Your Wardrobe. We can go to your house, we go through your wardrobe, whatever you don't wear anymore, and we can upcycle, or then you can donate in case you really don't want to upcycle. So it's basically getting pre-loved items and transform them. And as Jeremy was saying, we can keep the original design and just put some patches or change it a bit, or we can deconstruct it fully and use it as a raw material and then design a full new piece.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, interesting. And also from like a training perspective, right? I'm just curious, what is one of the things that shocked you? Because like you said, when Delight started, you didn't start with like sustainability in mind, sort of like something that found you along the way. So what are some of the things that sort of like shocked you that, hey, we're doing these things and we're contributing to the environment, and not in a positive way, but in the most negative of ways? And then how are you impacting that knowledge to the students and even to the models who you're training?
Okay, great. So number one, most Kenyans have been to Gikomba.
Yes.
And you know, what shocks most of us when you go to Gikomba is that you're walking on fabric waste, you know, that is, I think, meters wide. So it's like a carpet. And then when it's rain, it's soggy. So like something has to be done about these. So we started out passing this information to our students to make sure that they do more of upcycling and they also reduce wastage, because, you know, sustainability is also about overconsumption. So in fact, people who live below the poverty line are most of the time very sustainable, because very zero waste. So clothes get handed down, they get repaired. But now when people increase their income, so they're able to, be more choosy, shop online, buy on Temu, Shein, and these other places. So we're educating people to buy less and also buy good quality. Okay. And one of the ways we can do that is also by ensuring that the fashion consumers are also more into style. Because most people go to buy new outfits not knowing that whatever they have in their wardrobe can be restyled and make some very nice fits. Yeah. So, or like what Tatiana is saying, upcycling. So one example of what we educate our students to do is that they can always talk to clients and have them bring back their old clothes and just give them a fresh look. If they are torn, you don't have to throw it. Just bring it back and do the proper adjustments. Yes, and we've also been fortunate enough to have our students also get training. Like Tatiana offers internships to our students, and she also employs them after graduation, which has been a game changer, because it's one thing to train someone, and it's another thing to give them employment and show them that, hey, this one trained and she's working with.
It's like you're keeping them with the whole sustainability.
Yes, exactly. And they also act as advocates, as point of reference to show the students that this is possible. Like you can make a living out of practicing sustainable fashion. Yes, and Jeremy, with SIB and Educans, they've done a lot of research, and we're so fortunate that they're sharing this information freely with us. Yeah. So we are also passing that information down to our students. So it's like a very good point to be in Kenya.
And introduce them.
Because a lot of people are coming together and making sure that sustainable fashion really peaks, and it's something that gets deeply ingrained into the society. And also with shows like this, the public is also made aware, so that, because they're the consumers at the end of the day, no matter how much expert information we bring on board, if the public doesn't know this, then change will be limited.
I see.
That's true. I feel guilty. I feel so guilty. I feel guilty of
your
not
jeans?
Doing good things to the environment. There's a particular dress, kitenge dress that I have. I used to wear it a lot. And then it got torn. And then I did nearly bandika, but I couldn't stop wearing it because I really loved it. And it's sitting right there. But every time I wear it, I'm just like, can they see? Can they see? I fix it because I really love it. But when we talk about fabrics and materials that can be redesigned, can be upcycled, are there particular ones that can go through that and others that can't? And do we factor that even as we make clothes right now that we are aware and we're trying to live right, not like Mikali has been doing for a bit over time?
Well, coming back to the upcycling part, I think everything is possible to be upcycled, not recycled, as Jeremy was saying.
Because there's a difference.
Exactly. So most of the items that are sold nowadays are mixed fibers, and those are very difficult to recycle. That's why you see a certain percentage of cotton and polyester, not what you're wearing. What you're wearing is 100% cotton, so it's 100% recyclable. But that's the big issue. When it comes to upcycling, is all about your creativity and what you want to do. So, for example, if you have, I think last month we had a client that he said, "Oh, I really love this skirt, but nowadays I cannot wear it because it's too short." And there was a particular embroidery that she liked from the skirt. So we got that and we just put it in a jacket. So she has that embroidery now in a jacket. Another friend that reached out is like, "I really like this print, but I don't want to wear it anymore." So we changed it into bags that she is offering to her friends in Christmas. So
look at that.
It's just about
creativity.
Exactly.
Okay, so we are buying a lot of clothes and we are not creative, Winnie.
And most of those times,
sad.
You know what? When you say you're guilty, I think I'm equally guilty in the sense that now I think, like, I'm looking at my wardrobe and there are outfits, and I've told you this before, there are outfits that I bought or were made and I haven't worn yet.
Let's talk about the one you were wearing yesterday.
Steel. So Yeah, so we've been guilty, you know, and Jeremy, you know, when we talk about fashion and whatnot, some people will be like, yeah, this is like for a specific group of people or for runways and whatnot. But no, this is the day-to-day things that we do. So then how do we change that culture of buying things that we don't necessarily need, but because the heart wanted it at that point, and then we don't wear it, and then we end up buying a lot more? Is it more of like a culture shift, an attitude shift, business economic shift? What is it that needs to happen? Because I think we're all guilty at this point.
Yep, that's a very good question, Winnie. So when we talk about circularity and sustainability and taking care of the environment, the word that comes in mind is shift, mindset shift, either for the consumers, but also for the industries. Like you have to understand that you are getting into it because you have to think of the future generations that will come after you. A quick one is we are trying to ask the consumers to be responsible when it comes to consumption. So there's lots of international convention. We have even the local policies. We have the SDG number 12 that speaks to that. And what we are saying is that some best practice, like swapping. I was in an event earlier this year where the moderator asked the participant to come with a piece from your wardrobe that you don't wear, and then you swap. So actually, you see now the piece is in someone else's hands, and it can be reused, it can be worn again. So those are some of the quick practices, either at the individual level. The other one is for you as a consumer to demand better to the companies and to the industries. And there are lots of research actually that says consumers are shifting towards sustainable products. There's that shift, even though there is a premium price for them. But if you brand yourself as an industry that is sustainable, then you are likely to get some sales. But in terms of the industries, and sustainability is very complex. You cannot just leave it to the consumers. So the government have to make the wheel stand, the private sector, the individuals, you as yourself. And for the industries, what we are trying to say, even besides the upcycling that we are talking about, there are lots of new concepts like industrial symbiosis, which means like, for example, an EPZ-based textile manufacturer can work with Tatiana, give the offcuts to Tatiana to make tote bags, to make other products, so that at least the waste will flow to Tatiana instead of the landfills. More to that is there are quite a broad of things to look at, the issues of emission, that how is your business process when it comes to wastewater treatment. So textile is one of the most polluting sectors. So we've had instances in other parts of the globe where rivers turn blue, depending on the dye is coming from the industry. So you have that as a facility, make sure that your wastewater is treated, or you even use natural dyes. Lots of creativity here. There are several people making natural dyes. But more to that is even the issue of air quality. Like in these urban areas, it's a very polluted environment. So it's a co-shared responsibility, and that's what, as sustainable inclusive business under KEPSA and Educans, we are trying to tell the business. So we've come up with a toolkit that will guide them to just understand what's sustainability, what's circularity, but more to that, how can I use it as an investment to attract funding and to communicate, tell my story, because there are lots of people doing best things when it comes to wastewater treatment, using of industrial offcut. Like, tell your story for you to expand your customer base, but also to bring in investment.
I see. You know what, when you were talking about quality and being mindful and just like a whole attitude shift and mind shift, a lot of people would say, hey, listen, economy ni mbaya, okay? So the cheaper
option.
Because
you also mentioned it's kind of premium price.
A premium price. They're like good quality means a bit more pricey. And then the kawaida quality means a little bit cheaper, which, to be honest, a lot of people at this point in time will focus on as long as I have something on my body, okay? Because we're trying to balance. It's a balancing act. The economy is where it is. Things are a bit expensive. So even thinking about buying something that is pricey, it's an option, okay, for so many people. So then how do we balance? Get something that is of good quality that will serve you longer, but also being mindful of the actions that we take and how it contributes towards the environment. And also from a designer's perspective.
So you have two different point of views. Okay. So consider that your skin is the biggest organ you have.
Yes.
And whenever you are wearing something that is made out of polyester, you're just having your skin in contact with plastic all the time.
Yes. Okay.
So, and it's oil, so it's not something that, you'll not eat plastic, so why are you putting plastic on your skin? That will definitely absorb and, well, all the issues that come after that. So that's your health factor. And then a lot of brands nowadays are considering not the price of the piece, but price per usage. Which means that if you buy something that is fast fashion, that you're probably going to wear 3 times, because if you buy a shirt that will be $3 or even less, we're not even talking about the labor and not the social part, exploitation, poor working conditions that come with this kind of product. We're talking about something that you're going to put in the washing machine. And then after 3 times washing it, you'll end up with one sleeve.
Looking like this.
Exactly. So if you divide the price that you paid for that shirt by the amount of times that you, in fact, wore the shirt or the T-shirt, it's going to be
pricey.
More expensive than buying something that the initial investment might be a bit higher, but then if you divide by the number of times that you can wear it, or like you can, it's much more affordable.
When you think about it long term.
It makes sense. But now you will have to shift your mind, Winnie. You don't need an outfit for every event.
I mean, I've been Tandikwad with that in the morning. So you can upcycle it.
Yes.
You can, and actually end up having many outfits from that one outfit because you're creative enough to upcycle it. And also being mindful of the environment.
And it's not going to be as costly as having like the pattern moved from one outfit to the other. It's just going to be. And maybe that is what I should have done with my kitenge dress.
Right?
Just gotten something colorful, beautiful, that doesn't get me conscious. Okay. Good.
Problem solved. Problem solved.
We're working this out as we go. We started off at a not very good place, but I don't think we're there. We're doing great.
We're doing better.
Yes,
we're doing better. And for those of us who are like, I'll just buy Mitumba, because most of us thought, we're contributing to the environment. What do you mean? So the cloth was imported from Suji where, and no. It is not, okay? It is not. But hey, we take a break. Are we
Yes, as you tell us what it is that you have in your closet that is the oldest piece, and why do you still have it? What's the oldest piece you have in your closet, and why do you still have it? Why are you holding on to it? NTV Kenya on all of our social media platforms. We'll be right back. When we come back, we're taking this conversation on a whole other level. So usibanduke. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the show. It's Trendy Thursday, and today we're not just looking at fashion just because we want to look fashionable, but we're looking at the sustainability aspect of it, being mindful of the environment and how individually, we're not looking at companies, Gava with the policies, fashion designers, what they're using, and the fabric and no, we're looking at collectively what are we doing, to the environment, and what can we do better now that we have this conversation, And we're learning a lot, and here we are relearning, we are unlearning, we are rethinking, we are
calling myself to order. Get in class.
And even at that, we have a question for you this morning, and the question is very, very simple.
Very easy.
I really, really like this question. And the question goes, what is the oldest piece of clothing that you own, and why have you kept it this long? Well, let me tell you, on Facebook. This one says, this is Oscar Otieno, who says, my 2012 Manchester United jersey, it reminds me of victory. That's all I knew. It is okay. And then Anita Professor says, do we still have people who keep old clothing? Maybe you should. Maybe you should. Environment, sustainability, circularity. You should, okay? And then this one says, this is Diana Mbulu who says, the dress I wore on my mom's wedding day, the love and the laughter that day. Continue resting in peace, Mom. Oh, we're so sorry. And then this one says, this is Mona Lisa who says, I have my head wrap. I bought it in 2011. It's still very strong. Keeps shining after wash. I also have my skirt that I bought in 2013 and my pink dress in 2014. We are gonna several.
Yeah.
Okay. Honorable Caleb Juma says, my high school uniform, it teaches me that hardship life produces kings.
Oh, okay. On our YouTube live, Regan says, there's this type of cloth called tetema. Yo, Nejua?
No.
Tetema, I still have it. Good.
Tetema is
tuambie. Tetema ni gara tutumie picha.
Yeah.
So we understand what is this tetema fashion. Maybe we do. But are there clothes, Winnie, that maybe you hold on to because of their sentimental value? Maybe you graduated in it, maybe.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
And also, ones that I'm holding on to and thinking, maybe I will lose weight and go back to it.
So that is the biggest category of my closet, guys.
Like
I will fit in there.
It motivates you and tells you one day.
Yeah.
I will still.
As you're stuffing those fries.
Yeah.
It's like nitatoshea one day. Yeah, that's true. I have quite a number of those ones.
Yeah.
And because you've probably not worn them, or probably you wore them once, then you feel really attached to them, and you're just like, I have not used you enough. Yeah. And then so I still have my graduation outfit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay.
Whatever I wore, I still have it.
I still have mine too.
Exactly.
Kitenge kwanza.
Concerting is in Tosha. Like, we'll do something about it now.
Maybe we'll need to upcycle. And, Jeremy, you're talking about cycling. But it's not recommended. It's not a good thing. Can we first of all understand the downcycling? What exactly does it mean? Because maybe we've been doing it, and we don't know that it's wrong. Okay, so
we've talked more of upcycling, which is just perhaps using mitumbas or even industrial offcuts to make high-end or more valuable product. But the downcycling is where you take the piece and perhaps use it as a rag, which is we are trying to avoid that, because if it's made from polyester, then there will be some microplastic going into our cells. And again, that's not the kind of approach we want. Perhaps you might even donate that to someone who is making a furniture to use them as fitment during the process, or even use as insulation when you are constructing. So,
most Kenyan guilty. We're all guilty.
Mom, if you are watching, Mom,
to be a rag. It is not.
Towel imezeka imeraruka.
Yeah, it is. It is not good. During the break as well, you know, Saitoti, again, remember when we were talking about the trust that we have, and especially to our own locally produced items, and a lot of people are like, yeah, that's not good quality, and we can't. So I don't know, from like a training perspective and looking at quality versus quantity and just being mindful, I don't know where you guys stand. What is it that probably you're teaching your students as well, just to be mindful of what is being produced into the market?
Okay, so we teach them about quality control, and teach them that if they make a proper garment and the quality of finishing is good, then they're likely to retain that customer and go and get more referrals. However, we also train them enough to make sure that they do as much practice as possible, and tell them that, you know, we understand that this is a technical skill, and it's not possible that you master all of it within your time here in school. So the best way out is, as soon as you finish school, make sure you first start as an apprentice, attach yourself with a fashion house, so that you can learn how they make their outfits, and then after that, you'll be able now to make proper quality outfits. So that's one of the ways we do it. The other way is that we always ensure that they're able to upcycle clients' clothes. So we tell them one of the easiest ways to start out after school is by just telling your clients to bring you whatever clothes they have, and then you can now start there. Because if a cloth is already properly finished and you're just doing a bit of mending, a bit of repair, then you can just focus on a particular area and make sure that the outcome is of good quality.
Okay.
Other than stitching together a whole garment. If you're not so good with all the parts, then the client will only judge you based on the strength of the weakest point.
Yes.
So if you give them an outfit and the button falls off, despite of how you put the pockets, the seams, then they'll judge you with that button.
Yeah.
Yes.
How interesting. I see your models.
I see. They are here looking gorgeous.
Oh, the pieces.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Can we have them? Are we ready? I wish we had some music. You know, the upbeat music.
Runway kind of. We'll do it. We'll do it for you.
Okay.
Let's have our very first model.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful models. If we can have you show us what you have
you're wearing.
Probably Tatiana. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I thought it's just going to get them. Okay. And Tatiana, again, like you talked about the different ways of still being mindful from a designer perspective, from upcycling to recycling to what else do you do? Because it's a lot of things. Because you talked about brass as well, and what you do with that. So can you just take us through that process as we wait for models to come?
So one of the things that comes as part of a sustainability approach is the way you design your garment. So coming back to what you were saying, like, oh, I have so many clothes that I don't want to repeat them.
Ooh, Hey,
sorry, Tatiana.
Sorry, Tatiana. Ooh. Hey, okay. So there's denim, there's kitenge. Take us through the thought process for this particular fit. This is lovely.
Gorgeous.
So actually this piece is part of our Savage Beauty Heritage collection.
Yes.
That was showcased at Africa Fashion Week London in August this year.
Okay.
The denim that you see here is part of a study on textile waste that was developed by Mr. Green Africa and Bestseller Foundation.
Yeah.
So this denim is coming from dumping sites.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
And the kitenge is the brand new part of the piece. Okay. So we do mainly one-of-a-kind items that we can customize for you. So if you send us your measurements, and if you say, okay, I really like this design, but red is not exactly my color.
Yeah.
So we can source for you your favorite color. And that's also another sustainability strategy, because if you have an emotional connection with the piece, you will not dump it.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
true.
So you see this denim, like I'm looking at it, it's like different shades, and also
is this like a pocket over here? Like it used to be a pocket.
It used to be a trouser, right?
Pockets.
Okay.
This is really beautiful. And just to imagine that what we see with our denim, and to imagine it can be turned into something as beautiful as this. Yeah, we need to rethink what you're doing and how we're disposing of.
Really you look
gorgeous.
Lovely. Thank you. This is
Stunning.
really nice. Yay. And off she goes. Hey. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
Come on.
Okay. Ngoja kwanza. Pockets.
That's like a collar.
Yeah.
This is the these are the sleeves.
So what you see here, the top part, it was a pre-existing skirt, as you can see. So if the pieces are in good quality, we don't deconstruct them. And then we have really talented tailors from Kibera that really upcycle them well. So what you see, the top was completely deconstructed and made from scratch.
What was it originally?
I think probably, I'm not sure, because a lot of pieces, but considering the texture, I would say probably some trousers.
Yes.
Yeah, because the denim is a bit heavier.
Yeah.
And then what you see, for example, let me just show you.
It's okay.
So you have different ways of styling it.
Ooh.
So you end up having different pieces.
That one piece.
That's one piece. This is what we're talking about.
Yes. This is what we're talking about.
we will know. Nobody will know.
Nobody will know. And look at the back.
Just turn around.
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
And again, like we said, so you said that top part of the skirt was a skirt that was in good texture.
Exactly.
But then again, the bottom part of it is like a different texture, right? That can be, look at that. How will they know?
I have a tail.
How will they know?
On my denim. This is perfect.
How will they know?
This is really gorgeous.
This
and
is
even
really
using
good.
different types of kitenge on the top and the bottom just to spruce it up, because you can wear just the top with anything else on the bottom, and the bottom you can wear with a different kind of top.
So for this collection, you can actually do different combinations of top and bottom parts.
Yes.
So that's the good thing.
I really like this.
I love it.
The flats.
Yes. She's also using the original buttons. So, you know, there's no additional cost and weight on the planet by buying new accessories.
Sustainability part of the business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we try to keep as much as possible the original ones.
Yes.
But what happened with the second-hand pieces is like most of them are not working anymore. So we try to keep the original ones and changes.
And also, Tatiana, because I'm looking at this fabric, the kitenge part on the top.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, is it like you know how you get a specific measurement, you make an outfit, and then you have a whole quote-unquote yard of fabric that is left?
AfroWema is waste-free, plastic-free, and animal origin-free brand.
Okay.
So we the cutting process, we optimize it to not have waste. Yes, and then with the small pieces, the offcuts, then we do other things. Or we even give them to our Sustainable Fashion for Kids program.
Oh, nice.
So the kids use all the pieces, so we don't have waste. It's about the design process. So that's when you need to start optimizing the piece.
I see that.
I love it.
Beautiful
I really do.
model. Let's fix your mic. But Jeremy, I'd also want you to contribute to this, because again, for most businesses, they'll be like, but we need to also understand the profit aspect of it. And in as much as yes, we're trying to save every single piece and part of the fabric and whatnot, but then from a business perspective, how do we make this, sustainable, not just to the environment, but to, the different types of businesses that are there?
Yeah, sure. So that's a very good question, and
Thank you so much.
You look lovely.
The entry point that most businesses would want to speak about. And when we talk about circularity in their space,
yes,
you see, as I said, it can occur in two folds. Either the consumer can drive it, make the industries or the companies make a very sustainable piece for them. But on the other aspect, it's for business to view circularity like, I'm working with some inputs, let's say polyester, which I really don't need. It's about going back, doing some very in-depth research within your business process to see, are there alternatives that I can bring in? I could bring cotton. I could have a mixture of polyester and cotton, you see. And even if it's for dyes, perhaps I'm using chemical-based dyes, which are very expensive, yet they are locally available natural dyes. You see, it's a matter of just trying to see at which point is waste occurring in my process, and then how can I embrace circularity for me, either to make products that are either cheaper, and again, it's up to you even to convince the consumers to tell them it's better to have a premium piece for better, to take care of the health and the environment. So there's no need to have something that is of poor quality, of cheaper price, and then at the end of some several years down the lane, we put generation in an instance where there is lots of diseases occurring either due to some practices that are either driven by the business, but also the consumer themselves. So circularity in the other aspect is a research kind of approach. You have to have that engagement.
Jeremy, we were not ready. Hi, you could have warned us a little bit.
Hey,
Step,
Apple. Hey, and give us a twirl.
Hey,
let's see that.
Oh, for those.
That's dope.
No, on the side. Look at that on the TV. There's a pocket that used to be.
Yes, I see that. That's really gorgeous.
Okay.
And Tatiana, I see the buttons as well.
Yes. the thought process for this. Let me tell you, I am one of those people who would entirely live in this piece.
Yes.
It's comfortable. It doesn't show.
I still look good.
I still look good. But yes, just give us a twirl one more time because this.
There you go.
Okay, do you want to just stick? First of all, no, just do the twirl and then pose because we want to see the back.
Yes. There you go.
There
Perfect.
Go. Okay.
Apple.
Tatiana.
Okay, so you can also style it this way because it also stands. If you want something that it's a bit
turn around,
showing.
Turn around. There you go.
See,
standing collar. I love it. Winnie, me and you in this outfit every day, every other day. We're just switching collars.
Yeah. How many? I'm just curious. How many sort of like pieces of denim did you use for this particular piece? Because now I'm reminded of the pools of water used to make one denim. No.
Yeah, that's also another very good way to calculate the impact, the positive impact that you're having by.
Do you understand here so that we see you, Tatiana? Because
sure.
Okay, good.
So it's about the impact that you are creating or avoiding to create in the environment by upcycling the pieces.
Yes.
So I would say that for this one, between 5 and 6 items that you are reusing. Because again, they came from dumping sites, and what happens is like some of the parts are really torn, so you cannot use it. You end up cutting. But can you open your arms? Please?
Yes, so that we see it in all its glory.
So this is like a Dara style. Can be a dress, can be a coat, and you can have it open, you can have it closed. So that's the versatility that we want to put in our pieces. So you can wear it in different occasions.
Okay.
This looks
so you said
really,
how many
really
pieces
good.
of denim? Sorry.
Between 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
How many pools have we saved just by this?
Yeah, maybe 50.
Moment of silence.
Yeah.
Moment of silence.
Oh my God.
Okay. This is really lovely.
This is really gorgeous, and I love the pockets down there as well.
So these pieces are coming from the runway. They were also on Kenya Fashion Week.
Yes.
And what we do, because we're not all supermodels, and we're not all very tall. So whenever you buy something from us, the adjustments are included in the price. So we make it fit.
Okay. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And so just looking at this particular outfit by itself, and imagining probably the amount of work that went into it, how much would it cost to just get a piece like this?
So our pieces from the runway, because they take at least 3 to 4 days to produce each one.
Okay.
Because it's not only the stitching, is the selection.
Cleaning.
Yeah, it's the cleaning also involved.
Yes.
Some of the items, they had to be cleaned like 3 to 4 times as well.
Okay.
And disinfected to make sure that there was no harm made not only to the person that is going to use it, but for the tailor that was working on it. Then you have the selection of the denims, how you're going to combine them, the sorting for the different shades, so all the creative process involved. So our pieces from the runway, they go for around $250 to $300.
Okay. I really love it.
And really Saitoti, just to bring you in, because again, like we said, the models, the runways, how can then models sort of like collaborate with designers to still be sustainable, embrace the pieces, like something like this? Because for most people, like you said, most of those pieces were recycled, right? So how then can they collaborate? Hey, wait, ngoja kwanza. But to advise,
we will come back to you too. We're sorry. Wow.
Look at this.
Wow.
Ile skati yako ile ademi yenye ulisema haikutoshi anymore.
Hata haina zip. Kuna moja haina zip that we can do. And this looks like it can be adjusted somehow, can it?
Yeah. So we can adjust in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We make it tighter.
Okay.
And then obviously you can close it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty inclusive. It can fit several sizes. Then the skirts, you can also style it in different ways. Can you please turn? Okay.
There you go.
We knew there was a catch. We knew there was a catch.
Definitely with Tatiana, you never know.
Wow.
That is gorgeous. You see me from one side, you think you've seen everything, then
then you turn.
And then, wow, it's different.
Wow, Rurashio Manenos.
That is so true.
This is
and when
really
it's like
good.
this, I can't tell it was attached to anything before that. Because you can't see that. And what is the inside bit of the top also attached to the? Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's detached.
These are 3 different clothes. 4. If you look at me from different angles.
Yes.
Absolutely. And you still do the same thing. You can wear the top with different bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
The jacket randomly on a... I didn't try too much, guys, but this is what I look like.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, yes.
It's like I woke up like this.
I
didn't try too much. I didn't try too much. And also, Saitoti, just to bring it in, on that. So the role of sort of like models and even, institutions like yours to support, the whole aspect about sustainability and embracing circularity. Because there's some people who be like, I'm not going to wear something that has been sourced from Dandora,
Yes,
and whatnot,
Okay. Thank you for the excellent question. And as I answer it, let me just point out that what I like about AfroWema's pieces are that, number one, they can fit several body sizes. You can see that the top she's wearing, it's stretchy at the back.
Yes.
So, depending on how much a person weighs during different seasons in their life, then they can easily keep it for a very long time.
Yes.
So
this part.
Yes.
Sorry.
There's a button here, and maybe if you can just drop the jacket.
Jacket, yes.
Yeah, the fact that it's elastic.
It's elastic,
Do you want to turn so
Turn
that
to the camera.
people...
There you go. Oh, so the back.
So it can be swapped. Yes.
And even the skirt.
Yes.
Can you put it up, J-Lo, please?
There you go.
So, sorry, but the skirt, it's...
has the elastic...
Yes.
I can fit in there, guys.
Yes, you can.
You can.
Yes, you can. It's like all 5 of us can fit into.
Yeah, that was a really good point.
Yes, but yes, go on, say it.
So the part models play is that, they're the ones designers use to showcase the clothes.
Yes.
So once models set the trend that being sustainable is the way to go, so other people, the market, will automatically follow.
Yes.
And I'm also
Thank you.
a witness
that's beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, I've also witnessed a lot of fashion shows and fashion runways happening in the country, and all of them have a theme of eco-conscious, sustainability, which is the way to go.
Yeah.
So we are speaking from a point of being opinion changers and industry leaders. So once we bring these into the industry, then the rest of the market has to follow. Yes, and I think part of that is also making sure that you tell people, like, old is cool. You don't have to always rush to Italy or your new friend who imports from Turkey. Just revisit your wardrobe. In fact, one of the easiest ways fashion designers can start making an income is they can have these like sort of capsules whereby they tell consumers, just bring your old clothes and we will redesign them at a particular fee. Maybe 5 trousers will charge you this much. And in doing that, then we will reduce the amount of shopping trips that these people make, because people have similar clothes lying around in their closet, which they pay little attention to, but they always notice the new outfits in shop displays on Instagram.
You should see our Nini on Pinterest, Instagram.
It's like, really, did you see that you have the same clothes that I do?
No, you don't need that. Old school. Old school. Watch out.
We're going on a break.
Oh, wait. This one we deserve a moment on its own. 20 break, and then when we come back, we'll actually this is a lot. Let's take a break, and then when we come back, we'll get to understand the thought process behind this. But do you want to do a twirl for us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Mimi nimesha sema, mimi nimesha book.
Umebook gani?
Christmas.
Oh, we'll fight. I'm wrestling. And there's something that was mentioned just before the break about sustainability. And I think, I don't know if it's an aspect of sustainability but just the aspect of just making an outfit that I can adjust as I go. Because most of the times we change clothes because we've gotten smaller, we've gotten bigger, now I don't fit in there. But now with an outfit that comes with those adjustments, I'm good.
Is that part of sustainability?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we are saying actually for the fashion designers and the companies.
Yeah.
Circularity is not about when the garment has already been used.
Yeah.
It's about when you are designing it, as Tatiana is making it. So it can fit different types of bodies.
Yes. Yeah. And look at this. I'm looking at
Tatiana, please tell us about this
pants. Look at the
Yeah, so
it's like two, right? Two different pants.
Yeah, it's a combination of several parts of the waist.
Yeah.
Mainly, and then overlapping them.
Yeah.
The press buttons were not there. It's just decoration. So that's how we styled it. And then you can see from the back that it's pretty patched. And for this in particular, we kept the same shade of denim, although it's from different pieces of denim. So that's when it comes the sorting and making sure that everything matches.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I'm really proud of in AfroWema is that you don't need to look like you're just attacked by a lion out of the national park to wear something that is truly sustainable.
Yes.
So it can still be clean and elegant,
fashionable.
Exactly.
Yes.
And creativity, you know, about creativity, Winnie, it's a beautiful thing, the way you see and put these things together, because it's not obvious. You'd think probably what you're wearing would be like, okay, that was easy to do.
Yeah.
You know, she just thought about, you can place it here, you can put a pocket here, and that's it. But this is so much more than that.
Yeah, so in fact, mentioning about my
Your
dress,
outfit,
my dress is also upcycled. So this was actually a shirt that I bought.
Wait, the first bit is a shirt?
Yeah, it was a shirt, the green part that I bought in Toy Market.
Yeah.
This was a skirt, a denim skirt, and this is the new part. And I want to give credit to AfroWema's tailors because I don't know how to use a sewing machine. So and I barely draw. So what happened is like I have something in my mind.
Yeah.
And somehow I translate to the tailor the idea that I have.
Yeah.
And then there's also a lot of creativity on the tailor's side.
Yeah, because
so it's a teamwork.
Yeah, and your outfit looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, this is absolutely something I would live in.
Yeah.
But also the amount of creativity on this particular piece as well. Because it's not like daily that you sit and think, okay, let's put the back side of the pant
at the front
side of the skirt.
Yes. Just next to the sleeves.
Just next to the sleeves. And make it, no, there's a whole lot of like creativity there. And that goes to say some of those outfits that we have and we're still holding on to, whether sentimental or not. Listen, you can always
do something
and still hold it, you know, onto it and make it fashionable.
Absolutely.
This is such a lovely piece. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thank
you
you.
look amazing. I think at some point let's have the models come and just grace the runway one more time
at the end.
so that we really see, you know, all that. But also just to Tatiana's, so that people, in case you missed out the part that she talked about, the upper part of her dress, it was a shirt that she bought from Toy Market.
Yes.
Then this part was a skirt, and then the down part is
the new part. Yeah.
How many outfits can you make out of that one
Plenty.
shirt or one skirt?
I think I would love to donate the 3 bags that I have.
Yes.
But before I do that, now I'm going to go through it with a fresh eye. With a fresh eye.
Yeah.
And earlier, Jeremy talked about partnerships and collaborations from different industries and all of that. Where are we? You know, where are we on 1 to 10 on that scale? How are we doing? And probably what the future looks like now that we're already on this journey.
Yep. That's a very good question, Mwikali. So the future is bright, as they say.
Yay!
But the fashion and the textile business, they are not doing too good when it comes to circularity and sustainability. This is informed by insight from our research that we found. Yes, there are some who are doing bits, but most of them are not, actually the sector is lagging behind.
Yeah.
So what we aim to do as the private sector, because SIB is a big player and we have this project where the green future, we want to make it a movement. So we've designed a toolkit which is locally relevant.
Okay.
We featured case studies from Daylight Fashion School. We have AfroWema. We have local players like Africa Collect Textile. So the toolkit is just to break down circularity in very simple terms for the businesses to understand how can I be resource efficient in terms of which fibers do I need to work with. And so that means it opens a door for you to work with the community. So there's a lot of cotton growing within our community. So you can either source them from there. You've seen some big players in the industry going for that. Or even in terms of waste management.
Yes.
We have now a very robust policy environment as Kenya. We have the EPR, we have the Act of 2022 that requires you at least to take care of your waste. But we are saying it should not be a waste.
Yes.
So what we are trying to do is actually, and lots of interest from the global market where they require traceability or in terms of inputs that you are using. So you need to make sure that your data is right in terms of what inputs am I using to make this product for you to access the global markets. So there's a lot of interplay of sectors, lots of collaboration, and where we're asking even the government, because let's say, for example, the Act of 2022, it requires county to set up a material recovery facility. This is a facility where we can actually, it's a barrier for you to make sure that some of this used textile is not going into the landfill. We can quickly sort and say, this one we can give AfroWema and the rest of the players to make their garment. This one can go back to the industry. And so there's lots of collaboration. And again, what we're asking the business themselves, they should not view this policy as a compliance. Let it be a commitment for you to tell your story. And then what we are asking is, under the project, the way the green the future is, we are trying to do a B2B. Let's say we talked of where an EPZ can go to a small SME, give them off-cut. But also we want to see where the Juakali artisan can use this second-hand clothing that is ending up into our rivers to make furnitures. We've seen furnitures made from upcycled textile. So lots of engagement, but again, even the consumer is part of that. So we have to drive that
together,
drive the private sector
end to end.
And then, of course, lastly is the issue of the education. We can't run away from that. So Daylight is already doing that, and what we are seeing is green the curriculum. Green meaning introduce modules or curriculums that can help learners to understand how can I make my garment with the environment at heart, like zero waste pattern. I know Tatiana is an expert on that, trying to reduce waste, and even other aspect, let's say, of using organic fibers. And then, so the learner, as they exit the higher education institution, they already know, they are prepared. I'm not just going into garment making. I'm going to be a champion when it comes to sustainability.
I see that. And probably do you want to contribute to that, because you are in that space and you are doing it, and probably you know, someone who is either in a technical college, or probably they're watching us and thinking, hey, as we've been doing things the wrong way. The curriculum is a mess. Where can they start to make a difference and to make it better? Because like we said, we all learn every single day.
That's true.
Okay, great. So by working with organizations like Sustainable Innovative Business and the curriculum that they're developing, you know, for institutions like ourselves, we, a technical and vocational college cannot develop its own curriculum. So so SIB, Educans, they're able to get in touch with the industry regulators, with the Ministry of Education, and they're able to work together and develop a curriculum which is approved and which you can easily deploy into our existing infrastructure. So that's one of the ways. And I think we should also look at ways of protecting infant industries, because some of these sustainable fashion designers are very small businesses, and they need all the protection that they can, all the support. You know, we're talking about things like taxes, just all the incubation, because starting a small business in Kenya is really difficult. And now you're talking about starting a trend that is not very popular with most Kenyans, because you know, most Kenyans, when you talk to them about sustainability, they're like, what's that? How is it relevant? How will that be of help to me?
How much money am I making?
Yeah, how much? Yeah, how much? It's either how much money they're making, or how much money they are saving.
Yes.
So that's the way. And I think all major economies in the world, if you look at Singapore, which has been, you know, on Kenyan news lately, we're talking about South Korea.
States.
All of them have thrived because infant industries have been protected.
Yeah.
So we also wish that the government can also implement some of these policies and just advocate more for protection of local businesses to make sure that the industry is able to grow, so that it's able to grow locally, and after that, then it'll just be a matter of time before it's able to compete regionally and internationally.
That's really good, and it's a good place to start, because the moment we create many ambassadors of this conversation, then we'll have many of you having these conversations and doing the right thing in the future. I think for Tatiana, I'd like to find out, even with, say for example, the denim, because we've seen a lot of that today, do we make other things like accessories and, because the fabric is quite hard, like mats, carpets, things.
How long can a denim, sorry, my brain. How long can a denim actually last?
It also depends on the way you take care of it. But
it's a demanding fabric.
And denim is not. Denim can be a mixed fabric. Can have elastin, which is kind of polyester as well, or it can be 100% cotton, which will last longer. So when it comes to upcycling, we don't use only the higher quality one, because we're upcycling, so we're getting whatever it's there in the market. But we only avoid non-cotton items if we're buying like a new piece. Even for that, this year, for example, we took part of Tribal Chic, and we showcased the collection. Not with denim, but the way we kept our sustainability stamp, it's because our lining was actually second-hand bed sheets. So I bought in toy markets. So it's not only about denim. Also, coming back to the educational part and collaborations, so we're very lucky to have some partners like Africa Collect Textiles that they donate some denim and other fabrics. We have the collaboration always with D-Lights that we bring some of their students. And this year, AfroWema started the first sustainable fashion for kids program in Africa. So we have kids in collaboration with an art center from Kibera. So it's starting even at a younger age, because the kids are between 9 and 11 years old. And they are learning about sustainable fashion. They have weekly lessons, and now we want to expand the program to other schools. And again, and all of this is possible because we establish collaborations. So we have Africa Collect Textiles donating the materials and coming on board, giving weaving lessons to the kids. We have Nils that donated paint, so we're doing block printing with the children. We have international designers that came to teach kids about hand sewing. So I guess if we all combine our skills, we can make it even better.
Power of collaboration.
And the impact is
teaching
higher.
them young.
Yes, that's beautiful, because it's not just theory, it's actually being able to do it. And if you're taught at that young age, then it's something that you grew up doing.
So they have a very good approach when they deliver these skills. I know there's a story you always tell where they send their student to Gikomba to get these pieces that are either could be discarded, and then it becomes the project for this student to create a piece from them. So you can expound more. And I found it very interesting because he was mentioning that sometimes they buy them for less than 50 shillings, 100, but you make a very valuable product from it.
Wow.
So this is the way to go even for the TVET and even for the higher education that into textile. Let the teaching or the pedagogy itself be project-based, hands-on, rather than theory.
I love that.
So just to add to what Jeremy has said, you know, we have these designers. So instead of going to Isili to buy new fabric, so we always encourage them to visit places like Gikomba and also Mr. Green along Mombasa Road. They were also donating used clothes to our students. And then now our students use them as the foundation to study, to create new collections. And that has been a core part of our fabric purchases for our students. And also we've also gotten in touch with Africa Collect Textile. And right now we are in an arrangement whereby they are able to come and collect our fabric waste. So whatever we are totally unable to consume, so we sort it, we put it aside, and they come collect it once a month. And we also have this other arrangement because we use a lot of pattern drafting paper. So whatever gets wasted and can't be reused, so we always sort it aside and make sure that we have people coming in and collecting so that they can recycle it.
Like literally nothing.
Nothing goes to waste. So what happens with Africa Collect Textiles when they collect everything that you can't use? You've maximized, you've used everything, and really, we can't do anything with this. So you've given them to them. So what do they do with that?
Tatiana?
Yeah, so I know them quite well.
Yes.
So they have these beans spread all over town. In malls, you can put your clothes, your shoes, and they have different projects. Either they donate, they have their own upcycling project, but they are growing as a recycling organization.
Okay.
So basically, they want to establish I think it's going to be the first recycling facility, textile facility. In Kenya. But until that is done, we're using
They've done quite what they have. They've done quite a bit, you know, even having those spaces where you can just throw your stuff. And I think about 2 years ago, was it 2-3 years ago, they had a huge event where they made these amazing things that they were giving. When you think this came from something and you have it in your house, it's beautiful, it's an item that you just want to see and not touch. So you see, in that way as well, you hold it dearly, you don't throw it away, and you keep it and you save the environment.
In the landfill.
They're playing a crucial part. And also just to add, we've also been in touch with organizations like the United Nations Environment Program. And we'll be having a program with them next week, the entire week. And part of it in collaboration with Reading Change. And so we'll also be providing sewing machines, clothing racks, and also part of our fabric waste, so that people can be taught on how to upcycle these things, make kilts and other items.
So then, Jeremy, when it comes to, because like we said, this is a collective effort. It's not just an individual, effort, or say entities like Sustainable Inclusive Business here in Kenya, Kina Tatiana, and you guys. Then what does that speak of our policies? Remember the plastic ban and how that was enforced, and the fines and whatnot, and now we're all complying, right? So when it comes to then the textile industry and sort of like the whole fashion business in itself, what policies, if they are there, what are some of the gaps, what needs to be strengthened, or if it's not there, then what can we do so that at least we have some bit of order, so that when we walk to Gikomba, we do not step on, all this, fabric.
As I mentioned, our policies are quite good. And this is always a conversation that Kenyans will always have, that the challenge is the enforcement or the implementation. So the challenge can occur from different folds. One is that the players in the industry, Tatiana, others, Daylight School, they were not involved during the formulation of it. So you bring a policy top down, then ask the people to comply, so they will have difficulties trying to readjust to that. The other thing is we need to show, the government needs to show that willingness to bring a very conducive environment that is speaking to ease of doing business, as KEPSA is putting it, in terms of how do we protect the local manufacturers in terms of levies. So we have policies that speaks to that, that we need to ensure that levies for local manufacturers are on very sustainable terms. The other aspect is the issue of infrastructure, as I mentioned. Our waste management is not good. Tatiana mentioned that she cannot work with pieces that are really degraded or even mixed with other waste. So there is lots of challenges trying to recover this. So we need, this is a collaboration either between the national government and the county government. So like when you read very elaborately for the Sustainable Management Act of 2022, it speaks about recycling, reusing, setting up collection points. But more to that, there is also the policy that speaks to the business themselves. Like, how do you measure your air quality, wastewater? And in terms, in any case where you have the resources for you to set up, let's say, a waste treatment water, like you need to make sure that you tick the box when it comes to getting the right licensing process approvals from the national government. So the policies are there, but we've seen a case where there is also the new policies from the international kind of space, what we are calling convention. Like businesses must understand they are part of the ecosystem or the biodiversity. But more to that is the issue of traceability, which is now a very key interest. And this the local manufacturers need to understand, like, how do I make sure that if I'm putting my product into the European Union, they're able to trace the journey or to that. And then, in
like 10 seconds, sorry, Jeremy.
So the policies are there. What we can do going forward is the issue of now bringing government to either review some places or even try to have education, raise awareness that there is this policy and you need to comply to that. And that's what SIB and the Educans under the Green Future we are trying to do. Beginning January, we'll have some very training session for free for industries.
Good. Okay, the policies are there. Let's read about them. Let's comply, you know, with what is there.
And do what you can, because that's true. That's true. Do what you can, even in the spaces that you're in your little house. And talk to people about it. Because I'm going to be doing it. I will definitely. I'm not keeping quiet about this now.
We have learned, and now we're sharing the information with you. Okay, I'd love to say goodbye. Thank you so much, guys, for coming by. We have learned and relearned. Tandikwa kidogo, but we're doing better. We're doing better. So thank you so much, for your time, today. Can you have the models do one last time? We promised to do it.
Are they ready? Are they ready? Then as we say our kwaheris,
even as we
let's
say
have the models
our goodbyes. Today we've learned so much. The comments are
our models
a lot.
Are not ready.
Jeremy, Kaburu Chair at Circular Economy and Research Specialist from Sustainable Inclusive Business here in Kenya, Tatiana.
All right.
The second name.
Thanks,
and Saitoti as well from the Asanteni side. We're going to say goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Your World, same time, same place. Do you want a model? The last time? We got to show